featuring books. And while I was going through my collection of children's books for Black History Month, I found a collection of books that are from 1993, and one of them is from 1994. Now, what's special about this collection is that all of these books were written by Garnet Nelson Jackson, who was a Black children's book author, and they are all illustrated by Black children's illustrators. And one thing that makes these books special is that at the beginning of each book, she's written a letter to the reader. At the end of each book, there's a glossary and a picture of Garnet Nelson Jackson, as well as a picture of the illustrator. So the first book in the collection is Benjamin Banneker's Scientist, and it's written by Garnet Nelson Jackson and illustrated by Rodney Pate. And as I mentioned in the beginning, there's a letter to the reader. And then at the end of the book, there's a glossary, a picture of the author, a picture of the illustrator. Then there's Frederick Douglass, Freedom Fighter, written by Garnet Nelson Jackson, illustrated by Keith Holliday. Thurgood Marshall, Supreme Court Justice, written by Garnet Nelson Jackson, illustrated by Higgins Bond. Elijah McCoy, Inventor, of course, written by Garnet Nelson Jackson, illustrated by Gary Thomas. Garrett Morgan, Inventor, written by Garnet Nelson Jackson, illustrated by Thomas Hudson. Rosa Parks, Hero of Our Time, written by Garnet Nelson Jackson, illustrated by Tony Wade. And finally, Phyllis Wheatley, Poet, written by Garnet Nelson Jackson, illustrated by Cheryl Hanna. And this is the entire set of books in this collection. Happy Black History Month.